Welcome back to another episode of Last Z News. Welcome back to Last Z News. Glory Wars. Well, we finally got our Glory Wars, where the states declare against another alliance versus alliance. You go in, you blow up your Season 2 buildings. We saw some interesting stuff, and I wanted to share it with you. Some things that worked, some things that didn't work, and an idea to tweak some things. Now, for example, this may be in reverse because of the camera angle, but this is a classic setup, okay? This is what you see most people do. AC, apologize for it being in reverse. Okay, that's your alliance center in the middle. Surrounding it are those little circles. Those are your Season 2 buildings, your virus labs and all of your military academies. The X's are your guild, okay, your alliance. And then in comes the bad guys with their red X's. And they're going to try to get points. And you're basically doing the same thing to them while this is going on, right? You're in their server doing the same thing. And so, most of the time, here's the setup. The bad guys will come in, they will attack, and they're trying to they're sending their tanks in. Every time they blow up one of these little buildings, they get points. If they can blow up the Alliance Center, they get tons of points. But unless you're a huge mismatch or make some really catastrophic tactical errors, you're not going to get to blow up the AC. Most of these battles happen right here at the Season 2 buildings, okay? Whoever can blow up the most typically wins. So when you win, you get to steal a portion of their entire Season 2 points versus your alliance's points total. It's a pretty big deal at the end, especially if you're highly competitive. Now, one of the big four came up against a roadblock. I'm going to show you what these other guys did. And I like this. I want to tweak it a bit, but I actually really like this. What the guys did, hours before the actual glory battle, they pulled up all of their alliance centers, which automatically takes all of your other Season 2 buildings, your virus labs, and all that stuff, and it sticks it all in your inventory. It doesn't go away, just sticks it in there, okay? They only placed their alliance center, Alliance Center 1, and they told their entire alliance, do not place any of your Season 2 buildings. So, I'm going to try to do this in reverse so it shows up. We'll see. It might not work. So they've only placed their Alliance Center. No virus labs, academies, none of that. Just the center. Around their Alliance Center, they're going to put their strongest players, okay? All of those players are going to reinforce the Alliance Center with their strongest troops. This is now the only building that your enemy can get points from. The only way they can score a single point is they got to blow your Alliance Center. All of your strongest players, all your strongest troops. And while this is happening, the other half of your alliance teleports to theirs, and hopefully they're doing a classic setup, and you start blowing up these little buildings. And sure enough, you're collecting points, and they're not. Sooner or later, they're going to realize that they have got to go all out. Okay, all gas, no brakes. They have to blow this thing up. So now they're having to pull their defenders away to come get your guy. And as this is happening, you've already been whittling away at their alliance center. So the theory is, all you got to do is hold out. Remember, there's a time limit. You just have to hold out on your one defensive strong point while you're blowing things up. If they pull enough defenders away, maybe you blow up their center. If not, no big deal. You still win. But what if we took it further? A lot of these alliances have trouble with time zones. It hits CAD especially hard. We have a lot of players from all over the world, and they can't all be online at the same time. That's okay. Same plan, only one building, surrounded by strong players. Now, before they log out, you surround it with all your inactive players, okay? Very similar to what we do in the state server war when we fill the grass outside of the mud. We fill it with people who have peace shields and they reinforce, right? Same idea. Everyone in this outer ring, and you can do rings within rings, just depends how many people, But the idea, I'm just going to make a big circle here. All these people are peace shielded. Many as you can, all right? For the inactives. If you're active, fight. But if not, peace shield. Because all you want to do is push them farther and farther back from your alliance center. Again, think just like the state war, right? Where the capital is the goal. Make them travel longer. Because what we saw yesterday is that BXM had, or maybe it was the day before, I don't know when this video is going to go live. BXM had their battle. And kind of spontaneously, all of us bigger players were like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. My glory battle's already over. And we all jumped in and we started messing them up. And it was great. It worked out perfect. You can't attack their headquarters, but you can blow up their tanks. And if I blow up their tanks, they're not scoring points. Frees you up. So let's take this model and now add the rest of the server, right? The bad guys will show up. They're going to be in red. But here's the thing. While the bad guys are showing up and having to travel all the way through this minefield to your one point where they can actually earn points, they're all coming in now, right? But teamwork makes the dream work. Here comes KLM. Here comes BXM. Here comes Cat. And all of a sudden, here comes the rest of the server. SVT, Vox Machina, everybody. HLS, BXG, Valsar, Galactica. I don't remember everyone's names. We have a lot of alliances. You get my picture. It doesn't have to be the entire, it doesn't have to be 500 people. But you get 1 or 2 dozen goons in there who just want to blow stuff up. They've got to come through the minefield. If they can only attack here, and all these guys, remember, we can't attack their headquarters, right? Game mechanics. All we're doing, blowing up tanks, blowing up tanks, blowing up tanks. This frees up the defenders to have the majority of their alliance, boop, over in the other state. Going to work. If the other people have a classic defensive alignment, you're racking up points. Even if you can't crack your alliance center, it won't matter. Every one of those buildings is points. And the only points they can score is Fort Knox. They got to crack the mother lode. You make this guy nigh impenetrable. You make it a long distance. And then you go to World Chat and you ask for help. And we just pot shot these guys until the timer runs out. When they realize they got to go kamikaze all in and they bring everybody in, well, remember, we have other people on the server still blowing up tanks, and this thing is still highly fortified. Now, while all that's there, you boys counter push, you get their alliance center. Might work, might not. There's a lot of ideas out there. Some of the people are getting the other guys ahead of time and making deals to just like not have a real war, just have points. And that's totally fine. If you can win through diplomacy, win through diplomacy, okay? In martial arts, we talk about that all the time. You know how you win? You don't fight. But this is a war game. I know you guys want to fight. So if you're going to be in a pitched battle, think smart. This is not the only strategy. It's just one that we saw a couple days ago worked really well. And I think you can actually make it work better. So we got more more glory battles coming up. Experiment, play with it, see what happens. Have fun, 63. We'll see you soon. This has been Lassie News. We're out.